Question 9 is another geometry question. A cylindrical water storage container has a base radius of 0.5 meters, a height of 1.4 meters, and then it starts talking about what a cubic meter is in terms of liters and how many liters, and wow, a lot of stuff. But let's come back to the very beginning. A cylinder. Again, we have our note sheet. Things I'm looking for here, that's the word. So a cylinder, and we're talking about volume, the storage, right? We have to know is going to be the area of the base times the height. Okay. So in my mind, we have a circle shape and then it just has height. Okay. The base in this case, we know is a circle. So we're going to take the area of a circle and then we just have to times it by the height. So do we know the area of a circle? That's also on my sheet. The area of a circle is pi times the radius squared. So I'm going to write that. Pi times the radius squared. And the good news, they gave us the radius. So the math here is to take 0.5, square it, and then I tend to use 3.14. I think we're going to be fine in this case. If you notice here, it says 22 over 7. So if you were to type in your calculator, 22 divided by 7, it's just a longer version of that. So if you want to use 22 over 7 and be more precise, that's going to match the answers pretty well. In this case, I'm not too worried, but like we'll be okay. So again, this right here, this is just the circle. Then I'm going to times it by the height, which in my case is really the number 1.4. Unfortunately, there'll be a little bit more to do after that, but let's start with this first piece. 0.5 and I have to square it. Now I have a button here that says square, but again, to square means to times it by itself. And then if I was to times it by 3.14, I get a number that says 0.785. And if I times that by the 1.4, which is the height, I'm going to get an answer that says 1.099. Looking at my answers, okay, maybe I am a little concerned. But I bet you that that 9 just changes that to a 1. So 1's going to go 1.1 because I see 1.1, 1, 1. That's probably what we're looking at here. And so I'm going to take an extra second to show you if you typed it in using the 22 over 7. 0.5, I square it. I'm going to times it by 22. ABC is my fraction button, but if I don't want to know that, I can take 22 divided by 7. And then if I times that by 1.4, it gets the exact number of 1.1. So sometimes using what they want is going to be preferred in this case. But let's please note, this 1.1 is really referring to what? Cubic meters, right? So right now we have meters to the third, and we need to change that to what? Liters. So if I take that number and then times it by 1,000, I hope you see our answer. You're doing well. Pay attention to some of these last minute conversions because that's how they're trying to get you off on your answer. This is a tough question in the sense of you got to be able to go back to your formula sheet whenever you have questions and realize it's there to help you. Good luck. Thanks for watching.